Hey, we're back. And I have the two team captains with me as we head off to GWA up against Miscreants here. Miscreants coming off of a loss, unfortunately, just now. How are you feeling with that one, Cardona? Oh,
Basically. I don't know. I am so pissed at myself that Elder Smite I misclicked it. I had it.
yeah.
120% I had it. I like it should not have been his. And then on top of that, I just feel like the top early like two v two solo Toronto Rumble. It's like the only way we lose the game if this Rumble gets ahead. The
Mhm.
Rumble gets ahead.
It,
But
it,
like,
it was so the deaths Fazola had too were so damn close, so it was a bit sad to see, but they were solo kills at the end of the day. So Chief Commander was playing pretty damn well there.
Oh no, respect to him.
Hmm.
Like he deserves the win, and the Chief Commander carried the top side. So especially early game, respect. Like we just got skill checked, and they had the better skill.
Yeah, but still, you were looking pretty damn good, even though it was a like the gold the gold differential did not quite show it. I felt like you were still very much in that fight. So I hope you still have your spirits up here as GWA has entered the lobby here. Your next opponents, how are you feeling?
Good. We just won a game.
All right, right.
That's
You won
I don't know how
against.
many wins, but I think we're like third or second right now, so that's
Oh,
good.
really?
You're third, I think, with win rate. Like you've only
Uh,
lost to again in the versus, so you're
we're
That's
looking
second
at the
of
secure
white, I
third.
guess.
that's pretty good.
Hmm?
Um, you won against Timo, right? I want to say because
Yes,
you just
yes,
said.
yes, we did.
So was that a pretty decisive win? How did that go? Are you confident with that win?
Kind of, yes, yes.
So I
Was
want to say
kind of
you have
at that time.
pretty high spirits right now, though.
Yes, but I'm working at the same time,
Oh,
so if
right,
they
you did say that. So
if
how's
they
that gonna
stall
work
us,
then? Because I'm curious
if
about that.
let's hope nothing happens.
Okay, all right. So I'm not
But if
gonna
they
stall you
stall us enough,
myself
they
then.
might win, so
Oh no.
So
All I'm telling you, if you want, we're gonna fully send it, and we're gonna give the most content match of the history in LCM. And I'm gonna stand
ooh,
my.
that's a big commitment there.
but I want 120%, huh?
What do you mean 120%? I already paid Paul to 20 euro. What else do you want?
I want you to play 120%.
Don't worry, I am.
That's what I love to hear. That's the attitude I want to hear. Uh,
No, this game we're gonna for fun it, and we're playing for fun.
oh yeah, fair enough. But yeah, I'm confident in you guys that you'll give us a good game. So I don't want to keep you since the win condition is uh, is possibly the timer. I don't want to keep you myself. So draft will be going underway. Are you both ready, guys?
Yep. Um, we're ready.
Okay.
Good luck.
Good luck.
You won't need it,
Fun.
but good luck.
We will. We always do.
Yeah.
Best of luck to the both of you, and we'll try to make it fast. I do see that. Oh, I didn't even get to mention it to them. The predictions are dead even, as it's a 50-50 according to the fans. I think GWA have the morale on lockdown. Miscreants did mention that they are kind of relegated. Like even if they do win this one, they will not be moving forward from the qualifiers. But other than that, before this game, it was a dead even prediction from the fans. Fazola did mention that MCS will be subbing with a probably following. So we'll see if they do end up subbing a player here as we head into draft soon. Let me see if my co-caster is here. Hello, Le Bonbon.
Good evening, Sepion.
How's it going?
Going absolutely fantastic. I'm just waiting for this next game. I've been informed that this will be a for fun game with a lot of new things happening from the side of Miscreants.
Yeah,
I'm really
Miscreants.
looking forward to what they have in stock, so to say.
Miscreants. As I said, they're unfortunately relegated, I believe, but I I'm still confident they'll give us a good one. Even GWA, I think every single game I've seen, they've been an absolute content machine.
Maybe I should go back to some of the VODs that we have and have a quick look over their games. I don't happen to share that sentiment. I have not seen enough. I need to see more, and perhaps today shall be the day that I get enlightened.
We'll see. Hopefully, they keep up their masterful performance here. I do believe that miscreants are unfortunately going to be needing an extra second here. Do you know?
Who is? Okay, let's see. Yasir should be providing us with the lobby and with the link for the draft, and he has he.
Oh, wait. Excuse
No?
me. I forgot
Is
to
he?
invite you.
Is
No,
he-
it's
is he
entirely
here? Is he
my
here?
fault, actually.
Is there a secret player that I'm not seeing at play here?
Um,
I mean, hey, if the draft link is there and if the lobby already exists,
yeah.
why not?
Well, one second. Let me send you it. And
No, I saw it. It's in chat. It's the most recent link. I saw it just now.
okay,
Right,
great.
I'm in and I'm waiting.
Great stuff. Okay. So
So,
I do think we're waiting for miscreants who did say, never mind, no sub. Okay, so they will be playing with their full team. And looks like draft will be going underway, so I'll switch over to that screen. Right, let me check. Yes, absolutely.
right, we're starting up with the draft. GWA are the first to ban. They are on blue side this time around. Let's have a look. Miscreants played on blue last time. Let's see if there will be any difference when they're on red. GWA do not want to see Zach. They get rid of that champion straight off the bat. Luke's Zach is very dangerous. Our team actually banned it because we do not want to see that champion.
It's another
Miscreants get rid of Swain, also a very strong champion, one that has had some recent changes to better fit the super mage, the super tank mage. GWA get rid of Hui, a champion that we did not get rid of last game, and one that was really bugging out our mid laner, actually.
Really?
Yes, he was getting really annoyed by how much range and how much damage the Hui was doing. So it was a really good pick from the side of Miscreants. Miscreants, don't want to see Yorick. I would follow up on that sentiment. Yes, Yorick is a very annoying champion, but there are a few champs who have very good interactions with him. For
I
example,
feel like-
champions like Jax, Nasus, let's say Irelia, for example. Those
Mhm.
champions absolutely rip through him. GWA get rid of Amumu. They do not want to see any tank junglers coming out, and Miscreants banned Viego. I'm seeing some messages.
So they don't want to
Fatal
see
content Cardona.
Cardona's Amumu again as it gets
Ooh,
banned
Miscreants
out.
pick Sion.
Simon
Okay,
picked
an interesting
blind as well.
champion that they picked, and we did not see them picking Sion this tournament yet. And Volibear. Okay, that's 2 tanks now. Could Miscreants be saying that the entertainment will be just 5 tanks running it down mid lane?
That would be
GWA are saying, you know
Something.
what, if this is a for fun game, why not have some fun ourselves? They were hovering the team up, but then they picked Lee Sin. Could this be a flunk? Will they still pick Teemos at some point later on in the game, or was that actually the intention?
Timo not all that bad right now either, right? I think he's mostly being played in jungle, but
Teemos, yes, he's very strong in jungle.
the best
His
he's been in a
entire
while.
kit shreds out camps, makes objectives really easy. He lacks CC during the ganks, but
yeah, fair enough.
that's made up for really easily with the fact that he has poison, and that is a very powerful tool. You know, you don't need to hold the enemy down if they die under tower from taking damage.
Yeah,
GWA
absolutely.
picked Alistar with that Caitlyn, guaranteeing a very safe bot lane, or one
Mhm.
that could be full of fist fights.
So not the most aggressive. I feel like they could have gone more aggressive here than the All-Star.
Wait,
but
I
still a
think
very
I'm
good
seeing it.
aggressive
I
one.
think I'm seeing it. Miscreants picked Ziggs,
Okay.
Volibear, and Sion. All champions that have some sort of funny interactions with tower. I don't understand why they banned
Fair
Yorick then
enough.
if they want to do a split pusher build. Or is this just going to
Uh,
be all of them A-ramming? How would a team respond if everyone A-rams? That is the real question.
I'm not quite sure. Do you even need to respond? I feel like you can just sit in the side lanes and you'll
I
figure
mean,
it
let's
out.
not forget that during the first 5 minutes of the game, towers have increased resistances, and then when plates fall with multiple people around, they gain stacks that give them resistances as well. Back to the bans. Miscreants and GWA, both of them get rid of a mid laner. Yon and Ari out of the roster.
Mhm.
We do not want to be seeing that champion, but Miscreants, they have a player who is very proficient at the use of Aurelion Sol. How come that champion has not been banned yet? Could they be leaving the pick open?
Maybe they have some sort of counter pick for it. Lee Sin and Alistar are pretty good answers to it, right? So maybe they're just.
I mean, yeah. If you
confident
want
in it.
that Aurelion Sol to be doing something throughout the game, you just don't want him to be getting free reign of movement. So, if we are to consider that, You can just dive him with those.
And he gets
Okay.
banned. He gets banned.
Sorry for saying it too early, guys. Sorry, Miscreants. I might have jinxed you with that one. Aurelion Sol gets banned out right after I finish monologuing.
So there's probably going to be a Ziggs mid lane too, as the Ezreal gets picked up for Miscreants here.
Those champions are both flex champs, though. Let's not forget that Ezreal is still a spellcaster of some sort. So at any point in the game, they could swap around places, or they could just... It could just be what you're saying, yeah. Let's not forget that. GWA pick out that Darius, and Miscreants respond with Zed. This does look like a pretty interesting match. Oh, we're seeing Victor. I forgot to mention. Victor getting picked from GWA. Even more love for the new Machine Herald being shown in this tournament.
He's not even a Machine Herald anymore. He got the
sorry, for
right?
Male Syndra. My apologies. For Male Syndra.
Male Syndra is a good description of him. But he did in fact get updated, I believe. I know he got updated, so that Splashard is a bit old. He's looking pretty strong with the new buffs, I believe.
But they do come with a unique downside. He is very squishy right now, and the games have been dragged out to longer periods of time with the durability patches and everything here and there. But with that, Victor needs to stack another 100 stacks with his passive just to be able to upgrade his ult, whereas previously it would get upgraded automatically when you finished your things. Comes with the unique upside of getting a whole update to the ability when you do it, but you know.
It's a pretty damn good update too. As soon as you get that one kill, it feels like it's pretty undodgeable. So I want to say he's still pretty strong. I think he's into a Zed. I'm not quite sure what MCS are doing here. Maybe it's a Volibear support?
If we look at the early game of Victor, he has 23 armor at level 1 and 30 magic resist on level 1. So if Zed decides that he wants to walk up with E and just flash and start auto-attacking Victor, I really think that by the time that Victor would have time to walk back to his tower, Zed would actually land the kill.
Yeah,
that's how confident I am with the damage.
It's not an ideal matchup. It's not really all that bad though. Like Victor is very flexible champion. If he takes grasp and he just starts with Q, he's not all that vulnerable in the 1v1 at the early stages. Like sure, eventually he will get blown up. But what I'm more interested in, to be honest, is what the lane assignment is gonna be. Because what is MCS's bot lane?
Okay, well, realistically speaking, I mean, we're seeing Sion get picked, right? And we have two mid laners here, Ziggs and Zed. It's either the Sion in the jungle or the Zed in the jungle here, and the other champion would have to be a rotation here. I'm not sure. Let's say Volibear is in the top lane, right? That's one. Ezreal is in the bot lane. That's two champions figured out. Now, mid would be Zed. Yes. Mid would be jungle would be Zed. Jungle would be Zed.
Okay.
Ziggs would be in mid and Sion would be the support. Sion and Ezreal bot lane. That makes sense to me.
That is very much a possibility. I don't think it's locked in though. Like I want to see it with my own eyes before I commit for sure. Because I don't know. That's an odd one. They did promise us spicy and for fun, and I'm definitely scratching my head at this one.
This isn't spicy. This is confusing, guys. What kind of Chipotle do you go to where you get confusing matchups as on the menu?
But either way, we know that this Darius is going to have a good matchup in the top lane, right? I think he's very comfortable into both of these champions. I want to say.
Yeah, Darius should be a very good pick into both Sion and Volibear, unless this is that godforsaken AP Volibear where he heals his entire health bar into auto attacks every couple of seconds.
But in the early game, I think Darius still gets pretty good prio, and with a Lee Sin, that's a pretty good thing to have. So GWA might have a good opportunity to find an early game lead up there.
I do have to agree. Yeah, this does not look bad for GWA, even in the slightest. The team is playing simply for fun here, but this could be a very how do I say this better? Like up in arms match, where everyone's fist fighting at all times. Very very serious.
Yeah, I could definitely see that happening. These are very active champions. Like apart from maybe the bot lane where it might not see all that much action.
Yeah, where it's either Ezreal or Ziggs, both of them AFK bot laners that just sit there and grab farm for free.
Yeah. So
The
maybe
two champions
that,
would really be hardly contested.
maybe that it's not gonna be super exciting, but the rest of the map I'm expecting a lot of action. So definitely hyped to see that as we head over to the in-game screen where we actually get to see who's who. And ooh, whoa, wait, no.
Alright, so
Okay.
Smite on Zed. Yes, that is Zed.
What?
Sion with Smite. Oh my god, I did not even expect the possibility of this. They're double junglers so that they can clear the map faster.
Okay.
Sion does not, realistically speaking, need to be in any lane or any place at one time. He can just use his passive to his fullest by forcing out fistfights.
How do I even fix the scoreboard? Like, what's going on here, guys? Is Fazola? Wait, is
Well,
Fazola's
since
their
Sion
top
has Glacial
laner?
Augment, I'll put
But he
him
has
in support,
exhaust.
right?
What? Sorry, I didn't catch the last part.
Since Sion has Glacial Augment, I'll put him in support. Realistically speaking.
Oh, fair enough, fair enough. So he's going. Oh, he just has Smite to support Sion. He also has the jungle item though, so I'm not quite sure he'll be all that supportive.
This could be some secret tech from the Mongolian super server. He might go in and start stealing camps first thing in the game, sacrificing his life just to make Lee Sin's clear a bit more scuffed.
Yeah,
This could also
fair
be
enough.
a secret technique where do you think maybe he forgot to swap out Smite? I mean...
I know Gameable didn't have Smite last game. We just saw him last game. He deliberately chose that summoner spell. The weirdest part about it, I think, is that he has jungle item. Like, how many camps is he expecting to steal here? Look at a Q damage. Wi-Fi Mike takes a big chunk of his health bar.
Wait, Wi-Fi Mike is their usual ADC. He's currently
Yeah,
playing
he's
Zed into jungle.
in the jungle, yeah. Why? Oh my god, what am I doing?
Fazola, their usual top laner, is still in the top lane, but he's playing Ezreal.
And it's Doggo Taco into Zanzwa's Victor here. Fair enough, fair enough. Zanzwa did not take Grasp, so he will not be stacking that up, but I think he's just about fine here. How did some Must player end up at half HP down here? Rebel did...
He had to proxy a wave alone, unfortunately. He had to proxy a wave alone into a ranged champion. That right there is one of the worst things you can possibly do. And actually, we're seeing Gameable here get out the blue buff from Lee Sin's jungle. While he's stealing that red, meanwhile Zed goes in to steal red side as well. This is a two-sided invade where the jungler Rebenold is left completely starving. Gameable walks through two towers and eats 3 tower shots just so that he could make it to the Raptors camp.
Yeah, fair enough. They're looking to put the pressure onto Rebenold. I'm going to say he hasn't seen this strategy all that much. Gameable might be going down for first blood. Does he? No way he survives this.
Absolutely no way. Zanzwa has fallen deep into the trap. He has jumped in the tower, and he actually gets first blooded because he greeded for a kill on Sion. Unfortunately for him, that was not something that he should have done.
No, not even getting the... Even if he got the return kill, I'm not quite sure it was worth it. He does end up using TP in the mid lane there. He's a flashless Victor now, though. But it's Rebenold who's first to rotate and help out. Double Taco going very low. Not quite going to be the kill, though.
But that does not really matter. Volibear is just that kind of champion. If they kept that fight going, Rebenold would have gotten W'd by Volibear one more time and just died on the spot.
Yeah, not even using flash, too, so not much gain there, too. So... I don't know, this cheese from Miscreants is working out pretty nice. Like, sure, they have me very confused right now, but it's not looking all that bad.
Gameable is not coming back to the bot lane, actually. He has abandoned Cardona cast. He's abandoned Luke in the bot lane, playing that Ziggs and getting like pushed in every wave to then go and contest this River Scuttler.
If you're gonna leave a champion alone, though, that Ziggs are pretty damn good one to leave.
Gameable is now actually getting ganged up on by 2 people, but this could be another elaborate bait from his side.
I love what they're doing here. Like, the GWA are just as confused as me, I think, because they keep going for the Sion, but he's just playing to his limits here and just wasting as much time as possible.
Fazol is getting a really nice top lane. I'm actually surprised at how well Ezreal is matched up into Darius. I mean, Darius never walks up, right? Even if he lands that EW, just Ezreal escapes, no?
Yeah, Fazol just has to
Under
be
all
careful that he
circumstances.
get run down by Ghost. Sounds well. Gets chunked a little bit. But I think he'll be fine. He just has to be careful not to get run down by Ghost, I think. Even Paulo finds Gameable.
Gameable has actually gotten caught out here, but Dogo Taco is coming in with the assist.
Might be the
Gameable
kill.
dies, but
Sorry,
that's Sion in
passive.
his passive. And this should be a kill on Ivan Paolo.
Should be.
Ivan Paolo
Is it though?
with
No
1 HP
way.
makes it out. Actually, not just Ivan Paolo. The Lee Sin falls to this. Wi-Fi Mike following up,
Oh!
unfortunately does not manage to catch out another kill.
Sick moves by Chaktion there to find the kill. Almost went down. Could have been quite disastrous for GWA. Wi-Fi Mike will be finding Ibn Paulo eventually.
Okay, so that ends up being a 2 for 2, but Sion died, so it's actually 2 for 1. So we'll ignore that champion's existence.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
They're leaving Cardona Cast to actually get a plate here. Somehow, Luke manages to push out a wave and grab a plate. Did he?
He is out of mana though. Has to be careful. Rebenold is here to catch him. Still level 3 on the Lee Sin though. Not all that scary, but we'll probably be able to find this kill unless Cardona can get out with the W. Looks like
The explosive
That is
stature from
enough, yeah.
Cardona saves him from getting killed by Rebenold.
gets it with the
Unfortunately,
BM
Ziggs
too.
is one of those champions.
Hits it with the BM at the back end of thing. I'm sorry for interrupting there, but that's not a thing I expected him to do. That's mean.
We'll leave it at that in the bot lane. Cardona Cast has TP and he is going to use it to just go back to his lane. You know what? Screw it. I almost died there. My next wave, I'm gonna get a plate.
Doesn't care.
He decides that it's better to use TP now than never. And goes back. Actually, with this map state. Wait. Gameable is doing Void Grubs on his own while Wi-Fi Mike and Dogo Taco move in for that Drake.
Yeah,
I didn't expect this to be the
very easily
course
too.
of the game.
Okay, fair enough. So
Okay, so that's Void Grubs, and they'll assume that, hey, this Drake is empty, which is the part where Revenald will walk up and will get spotted out. He'll want to go up and contest, but Wi-Fi Mike does not miss out the smite. Ogotako wants to go for the kill, but unfortunately does not have cooldowns and gets killed. That's 2 people down. Ogotako and Wi-Fi Mike go down trying to clean up the scuff from their objective clear. However, with that said, they're actually very even in gold, even with all those kills they've given, due to their current tactics involving stealing camps at every possible opportunity. Speaking of which, as we say that, Gameable is stealing blue buff, while
Oh my God, what a
Revenald is
menace.
stealing the other blue buff.
what an absolute menace Gameable has been. Cardona walks into them, but no real damage to follow up.
But gets headbutted out of trying to do anything. Unfortunately, he's not allowed to play at this moment.
I think he's just fine with that as Ziggs though.
And Fazola recalls in some masked player's face right there and then in front of him in the bush. That right there could have been a death for Fazola, but it wasn't. It simply was not. He was just that guy.
Yeah, managed to get out safely. Not doing all too bad in the top lane. I think he'll not be doing that much damage soon with Play the Steel Capes finished up. But I don't think you're really playing this as real to kill the berries in a solo situation.
Realistically speaking, all he wants here is just to last until the mid to late game, where he becomes just another champion. They do have 2 tanks, so it doesn't really matter what he does. Gameable gets caught out here and decides to not flip this. He does not want to flip this fight. Even with Dogo Taco as powerful as the player is at that moment,
Oh
we
my
decide not to do
God.
it. And Wi-Fi Mike gets caught out by Darius, who was trying to proxy a wave.
Big damage from Sunmas player there. Finds Wi-Fi Mike doing Krugs. Picks up a kill. Gameable gonna go down on his own jungle camp this time. That's a bit of a surprise to see. But it is gonna be the Sion dying for the second time. 2 deaths on Sion honestly feels like a blessing, if I'm being honest. That's very low.
I'm surprised. The only other champions who are matching him in this game are... Ooh. Okay. The only other champions who are matching in this game are Dogo Taco and Wi-Fi Mike on Zed and Volibear respectively. Actually, no, not respectively. I said them backwards.
Do you have a DC
Um,
there?
Rebenold is getting caught out trying to make a play, actually, and dies horribly after getting bombed by Cardona casts, who almost got tower dive just seconds before that play.
Yeah. Cardona's doing very
Fazola
well.
is having another fight with some masked player. Predicts his flash Q by being out of it just on time. With so little health and cooldowns creeping up on him, Fazola cannot go back for yet another fist fight.
I think he's
Most
fine with it though.
unfortunately.
Like, as long as he's not dying his lane, he's winning, I feel like.
Yes, that's exactly how it is, and Gameable gets spotted out trying to walk up for vision for some reason.
I mean,
He just leaves.
Rebenold can't do much about it. Like, sure, you use the spells, but I don't think Sam really cares all that much. Cast not gonna have W, as some plates go over to GWA down there. Gameable might just be getting caught this time. No flash, no ult. Will be going down to someone. Gonna be
But he walks
Rebenold.
into mid lane and decides to grab this wave because at this moment Dogotako is in the bot lane trying to make a play here with the team, trying to force out some plays. But still TP's back to mid lane. What is this? You have ult. You have your whole team in bot lane. Wi-Fi Mike does not have his ult. But this could have been a possible tower dive here.
Yeah,
We walked
for
in with
sure.
all the commitment and the determination in the world, and we just turned around and left.
No ult on Alistar too. I really feel like they could have found something there, but they opted not to.
Not only no ult on Alistar, he's still sitting at level 5.
Yeah. But anyway, they opt to just reset. And I think they're still fine, honestly. Like, sure, they're a bit behind in gold, but looking all that bad. Rebenold looks for a play. Flash kick will throw Fazola to the wolf. And Samma's player will be easily be able to pick this one up. The bleed will finish the job. Nicely done. Now Grubs
But at the
are
same time, Gameable is actually getting fought inside of the pit.
Oh no.
And does land a stun on Rebenold, an easy kill for Wi-Fi Mike. Right now, Zanzoa horribly out of position, has to get caught by something here, but no, unfortunately, his team is backing him up, and Zanzoa lives. So Mask player gets yet even more kill participation. Ivan Paulu secures the safety of his laners, and they get the other two Void Grubs. They did not want to let them get away with the scuff of the Scion trying to sneak it away one more time, so they just decided to pull out all the stops and do everything they could to stop them on time.
Yeah, GWA got caught off guard the first time, but you can't fool them twice, it seems, as they sniff that one out. And they get the grubs themselves this time. Oh,
At
some
this
Mask player.
moment, some Mask player is actually facing off against Fazola,
Yeah,
who is trying to proxy that wave.
not taking damage anymore. I'm not sure Gameable can do all that much if he dies here. Might just begin over the reset. They do fancy the fight though. But Summer's player is probably just gonna walk out of this one, right? Yeah.
Realistically speaking here, if Scion goes in for another stun, they get the kill. I'm very sure of it. Cardona
Perhaps,
decides
yeah.
to flip
How did Cardona
his
get
unfortunate circumstances and try to get a kill. Wi-Fi Mike gets walked on from behind and gets assassinated.
It's kind of falling apart here for Miscreants, as GWA seem to have found their footing here. Pretty big lead. Summer's player does not walk into the stun, gonna be able to ghost out of this one. He's
Some
being
Mask
a
player,
menace up
he
there.
did not see Scion there. That Scion right there was
Really?
invisible to him. Yeah, he just decided to do it, and probably he expected him standing there, but he was not visible. He just pulled randomly in a place on the map, and it pulled to the target. Zanzo flashes and picks up a kill on Dogotako, who was just caught off a little bit. I'm surprised the champions are actually getting caught off with such little mobility on their kits. Cardona casts here. Gonna get dived. Actually gets caught with a juggle combo from Rebenold and Ivan Paulu, and dies. Unfortunately, he is faced with another gray screen.
Yeah, not able to weasel out of this one this time. And he will be going down. Will probably be a whole tower for Chaption as well.
Ooh, Wi-Fi Mike, what is happening here? Are you... Wi-Fi Mike, no, you're getting caught off in your own jungle. Wi-Fi Mike is actually desecrating Janssen's belief here. He's
he
building
goes for the
Tiamat in
Tiamat.
jungle.
No!
I didn't even have a look at that one just up until this moment. I was wondering, what is the state of the game at this moment? We're seeing, both junglers, one full item, and a kill on
Flash.
on Zanzo. He's currently getting gored by two tanks in the mid lane.
Oh no, Sion got it!
By Gameable.
Oh.
Most unfortunate. A kill is a kill, but a death is a death, you know? If kills don't count on sound, neither do
moly.
deaths. Well, actually, the other way around, but you know.
Nakshin Guillotine doing a lot of damage up there. Fazola gets caught once and immediately pays for it. 4 kills on the Darius. Then Paulo.
With 4 kills and 122 farm on Darius, how come he only has Phage and armor boots here? Is he
'Cause
really
he's
that
sitting
strong?
on 3k gold.
Oh,
He is that strong, yeah.
That's either a full strike break or a full Trinity Force. Either or, he is getting that cash out some minute or another.
Yeah,
At this moment,
right
his
now.
main priority is to base and recall. Gameable is going to be an annoying little mosquito and stun him in his bush.
Herald did get started. They do have Ibn Paulo up here instead of him, but with some Must player looking to recall, I wonder if that
But
turns
the
out to be
first
anything.
tower, no, actually the first tower on the side of Miscreants falls as they take the bot lane tower by Cardona cast. At this moment, I would just take my winnings and leave. Cardona, you do not need to stay for more waves. Just swap through the top lane and do the exact same thing there.
Yeah,
And
any
su-
tower
and
they
such
pick
to
up
quickly crumble.
has the objective banner, right? So it's a pretty big cash out. But for my cast to be careful, gets caught out doing Raptors so quickly
Just for a second,
too.
he was unaware that they had vision on him.
Yeah.
Perhaps buying Oracle Lens before 15 minutes could have saved him off of that fate.
That's so immediately too.
Very, very unfortunate for him. He was warded on and he's actually been spotted for most of the game.
Yeah, GWA have been on top of him right after the cheese in the early game. They kind of just picked up on their tricks. And looking for Fazola. Might be in some trouble. It happened
Rebel
again.
showing us that he is the guy when he's playing Lee Sin. He gets a flash ult of completely dispositioning Fazola and making him get clapped under tower. Yikes.
Really tough to deal with this. Like, he's pretty safe up until the point Rebinol decides to R-flash him. Like, that's pretty tough to deal with if you already use Arcane Shift. And he's not as safe as he thinks. And Wi-Fi might be in for some hurt here. So be careful. I think there's going to be another tower going down for GWA here, as the rest of the map is also getting pressured at the same time. So it's not like MCS are given any sort of breathing room. Cable trying to do Gromp. Won't be able to do Gromp.
Gameable grabs it. It's all his. At this moment, Volibear gets the chance to recall for free. And unfortunately, Gameable gets caught off under his own second tier tower.
Gameable also gets the recall technically, just a little bit less free. Wi-Fi Mike is in the flank. I'm not quite sure he wants to be here though. Still level 8 on that Zed. He needs CS. Gameable has... Sharing it with Gameable has not been as favorable as they thought. It's kind of...
But that's not really the big issue. Up until this moment right here, where Rebenold went in for the invade. Okay, Rebenold uses Cardona Cast's own explosive satchel to throw himself into the tower. That there was very interesting to watch. Whee! From Zinx.
But
He
yeah.
apologizes to him for throwing him into his own tower. How unfortunate. Right, so as I was saying, up until that moment with the invade from Rebenold, they were actually matching in farm. This would mean that the reason that they're behind on XP is because Rebenold has been stealing it from a lane, one or another, and Caitlyn gets caught out, but the hero is here. Alistar
out
goes
yet.
in to save, but you're not safe just yet. You're actually getting beaten up by 2 tanks here.
Yeah, Chaktion gets
And
caught out.
you don't get away from these kinds of fights.
But they fancy the fight. Rebenold is here. No Dragon Kick. But Dragon's Rage, whatever. But it's not up, and Ibn Paulu does end up dying. Rebenold might just be dying as well. Ward hops away. They still fancy the chase, though. They're gonna catch him. And that'll be 3 kills going over to
Doggo Taco is a
screens.
complete monster at this moment. We must not underestimate how strong Volibear is at this moment. And that's yet another tower exploded by Cardona casts in this mid lane this time around.
Yeah, the Six is finding these towers. And might just be a tier 2 as well.
Fazola steals red buff from some mask player. That right there was the revenge. And Cardona casts yet another tower cash out. That mid lane falling to him. Doggo Taco currently sitting on a grand total of 2k gold. Damn, that's your second item right there.
Yeah, not
Taco,
looking all
yeah,
that
better
bad.
go for that
Like,
cash out.
Wi-Fi Mike is unfortunately looking pretty useless right now. Has to find a way back into this game. Cartonicas, is he getting flanked? Zanzwa is facing a lot of enemy players. He is probably going to get caught out here, but he's
But
doing
Dogo
a
Taco
lot of
is not.
damage in the meantime. They don't have the damage to finish him off.
Wi-Fi Mike leaving Zanzawa with only a smidge of HP left.
Oh!
And gets picked up by Fazola. Absolute cinema right there.
They forget the Ezreal top for a second and they end up paying for it. They're looking for a tower dive though. GWA are not done, even though they lost Zanzwa. They're still going for the pickup. And they find two. Fazola gets to E out. Some Must player somehow still alive. Gonna find Fazola as well. Gonna go down. Shutdown goes over to Cardona on the Ziggs. But it's a lot of team members missing. This will probably be a whole inhibitor. Cardona has to be careful. Another flash
And
kick.
once again, he gets flash kicked back into his own W, launching him into a precarious situation. Revenant here, no energy, cannot keep up the fight, needs to back off just for a couple of seconds and auto-attack the inhibitor.
There will be going
Darius says that he has forgotten about the silent passive. He actually did get chunked out by Gameable there for that small amount of time that he was fighting. He was taking all of the brunt of that silent 10% max health on hit per auto. Yikes. Bogotaka here finally getting to reset after dying and get that gold into items. About damn time. Currently sitting at 2 items. This Volibear is surprisingly a menace.
Yeah, I'm
Together
not
with
quite
Gameable, they
sure.
can lock down on anyone champion. Just, you know, just
I'm
remember.
quite sure he can match the Darius entirely, but he's still pretty scary on his own. Wi-Fi Mike just denied everything right now. Still on level 9. Lowest in the game, actually. Really.
But don't forget, where
struggling.
one jungler cannot claim his own camps, another shall claim the enemy's.
Hell yeah.
Gameable going in to steal the enemy's blue buff at this exact time.
The real jungler gets to farm
And
in the
Fazola
meantime.
actually stealing Krugs from Wi-Fi Mike. It seems that this is some sort of purgatory punishment for not performing in his previous games. Wi-Fi Mike is getting sent to no camps purgatory.
He might be finding some cheeky little
Gameable was
camps
getting
now.
caught off there for a second, but
He's
then
fine,
decides
he's
to just
fine.
ult out and take the top laner's waves.
He can't steal the jungle, so he's got to steal top wave. That's amazing.
But Fazola is stealing jungle, so all in all, that right there was a trade-off.
That's why I think he's in trouble.
A fist fight with Revenant, but a bit too long with that W, not enough auto-attacking.
No way Wi-Fi Mike makes this happen. He's not dealing any damage. No
Wi-Fi
way,
Mike doing complete
indeed.
zero. Let's not forget the current stats of Profane Hydra. Such a fantastic item. Let's have a look here. 60 AD, not the worst. 18 lethality, pretty usual for a lethality item, and 10 whole ability haste. These same base stats are on Yomu's Ghostblade, which is a cheaper item. Okay. At that same time, let's not forget about this cleave. A whole 78, or pardon me, not 80, 78 splash damage to targets around your target when auto attacking,
Yeah.
and an incredible 157 when you use the active. At the same moment, Fazola actually gets chunked out under his own tower, but does not get
Correct.
killed. And
No!
some mask player gets cleaned up by Fazola's ultimate. That right there was an amazing outplay. Absolute cinema. Thank
Hell
you for providing
yeah,
us with
Fazola.
that amazing clip.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that, but Summerstair goes down to the solo kill. Campbell still being a menace here to Revenant, but Revenant has some items now. I'm not quite sure he's that afraid of him now. He does have...
Gameable actually steals that red buff.
Yeah, he did, but...
Did he? Did he? Wait, hold on.
no, I think that was
No, he
Sunfire,
didn't-
actually,
he didn't,
no.
He didn't steal. No, he didn't steal.
I saw a
That
red
90
circle,
gold
but I
that we
think it
saw
was
flying
Sunfire.
up. That 90 gold that we saw flying up was not for the.
My camps, he says.
Not your camps, unfortunately. You don't get that red buff. You don't get to invade Lee Sin, who has finished his jungle pet while you're still sitting at 8 of them.
Yeah.
Revenant tried to just kill Cardonicast there, but just saved by the bell that Cannon was a paid actor and tanks Lee Sin's Q.
Chuktail starting a Baron here. GWA realized that Miscreants are on a back timing and they just go ahead and start this one up. Miscreants do have 2 smites, but if they're not here, they can't really do much with them.
I mean, neither of those 2 smites are the upgraded barrier.
Wi-Fi Mike just got it, but he got it from the bot side, so there's no way he'll make it over here. And that's a free Baron. Revenant goes in for more as well. He wants the red buff. Does he end up paying for it? Probably. Yeah. Wi-Fi Mike picks a kill.
Wi-Fi Mike, you utilizing that Profane Hydra. What was it again? 185 damage cleave. Auto resets to steal that from his team. Who needs to give Fazala kills when you are a Zed player?
I don't know. Wi-Fi Mike might just be carrying this one. From rags to riches
5 and 10,
here.
he's reached his 10 death power spike. We never would have expected this one.
He's not that behind on items, right? Like everyone is either on 3 or 2 items, so he's not useless anymore. I feel like now he's gotten closer to the levels. What am I saying?
Unfortunately, at this point in the game, right? Eclipse's shield is just not enough, and the chunk of damage that it gives would not be enough. On first item, absolutely irreplaceable. As second item, kind of useless. Profane Hydra as first item, doing not enough damage because it scales off of your bonus damage. And as first item, you know, really not a desirable.
Ooh, engage in the mid lane. Zanzua is going to be able to flash out of this one. Ult for 2 ults for a flash, not too bad. Fazala
actually decides to split this top lane at this time. He believes in his team being able to defend against the full onslaught from GWA with that Baron buff.
Wasn't for the Baron maybe, but I think he's putting a bit too much faith in Cardona here. He's not quite able to dish out the damage.
Ziggs does not have any burn items here. He does not manage to bleed the waves. Instead, he's decided to do damage to champions.
Yeah. These minions are not under too much shock. Fazala has to be careful. Gets caught with the entire burst from Zanzua there. And he goes down to Chaktion, who's on a rampage right now. 4v5 base defense. Second inhibitor going to be going down. Baron buff is still up. Do they find any sort of Nexus towers here? Wi-Fi Mike is hit with the Sonic Wave. Going to be faked out. Someone's player has no TP. Sitting on Ghost, and GWA kind of back off.
They look for a recall here, but realistically speaking, you have the Alistar ult. You have still all summoners on Darius there. If I was you, guys, what is stopping you from committing to a full-on fistfight and trying to take out the rest of the team? Revenant is at level 14, a bit low, you know, compared to his team. It's the medium, but he's been stolen from so much that even with how much effort he's put in to keeping up, he is behind where he should be right now, technically. You know, not to discredit the player.
Dragon is up next. Not quite a soul, but getting close. GWA pick up their third one.
Putting up that full point pressure right about now would be a very good point in the game. But some as player, what's with the commitment there? If you go and you just run into Ziggs there, you get the kill.
Delivery into the cow. Wi-Fi might be going down to Ibn Paulo. Almost got the snipe off. But that'll
be... gets another kill denied from him. Doggo Taco decides to go in for the kill on some mask player. At this moment, I believe that Volbear does actually win this. Unless obviously...
I don't know, it's looking close. Like he one-shots him in a second here, right? Ooh, just barely healed, but it's not enough. Someone's player is going to keep going. Finds one. He didn't get the reset off, but it's not quite needed. Fazala goes down as well. And that's a 3v5 defense. Revenant still going. Kick is not up. I don't think they really want to commit too much for the gameable. Who's almost going to get Revenant here, but at the same time, it's his Nexus Towers that are going down as Cardona gets flashed on. Not quite going to die. No one really dying yet, except for the Nexus Towers. Second one going down. Nexus wide open. Can Miscreants find anything? Wi-Fi Mike almost gets 2 taps Cardona cast.
But Cardona cast is a fan of Sixpack and shows them the secret TP technology. As he dies next to his inhibitor while Nexus gets destroyed.
I think you probably should keep that one a secret. Mostly out of shame. But yeah. Nexus did go down.
He was just enlightening us. He was enlightening us with his professional plays. A really quick look at that post-game damage screen. We're seeing 10k to 15k all across the board of Miscreants, with 20 to 30k all across the board from GWA. A very even match where all of the factors were contributing towards their win.
Honestly, they did promise content, and content was delivered. Miscreants
Yep.
gave us a very good game.
That were their top tier delivery. Thank you guys. That was a very interesting match. I loved watching it and commentating over it. That was very interesting. Thoughts on the top lane build, Lolface? I'm not sure who that is. If this is secretly Fazola, that right there was a go-to build.
What was the last thing? Sorry.
In the chat, someone asked thoughts on the top lane build. If this is secretly Fazola, I'm responding to you now. I'm telling you that was a go-to build. Very interesting.
Yeah, even got the solo kill that one time, and sure, eventually he started getting one-tapped, but it looked pretty good, I want to say. But I don't know, the top lane builds look pretty good. You talked about the prowlers quite a bit, but other than that, I want to say nothing too serious. It got pretty close. Like I want to say Miscreants for a second there. I thought they might just be able to cheese this one out, and yeah, sure, it eventually fell apart. I want to say GWA eventually figured out what was going on and kind of caught on, and eventually got to the end there and ended up winning. But it was still definitely a very interesting game to watch.
Yep, it was. Right, really quickly.
Yeah?
Who do you think would be the MVP for this match? The Victor really
that's a good
performed
point.
well, but I think Rebenold was popping off with that Lee Sin. Those
Hamilton was
flashy,
thrown off, yeah.
those flashy plays he was showing us were something else, you know?
Honestly, I'm gonna go for Rebenold. Like, Zanz when some Must player had pretty impressive. Like they had good KDAs and they were doing a lot of damage. But if you're, I feel like Rebenold was also doing that. Plus, he's the one who set them up in the first place. So I'd give it over to
True,
him.
and after being harassed by that, by that double invade for the entire game, managing to actually claw his way out back into being able to macro his way, you know, into the game. We really want to hear what he has to say after that.
Yeah, he had to endure the mental damage that that went through with that. Let's see who they end up sending though, if they feel like post game interview.
Well, actually, we've never had someone deny the post-game
Really?
interview. Straight up say, you know,
Yeah, fair enough.
no, we will not post-game interview. We pretty much assume that we can like ask for an MVP, but then we ask them to send it anyways. To some degree, it's like, yes, we're asking, but no, we kind of need one. Just listen, even if we think that the MVP is someone else entirely, and they send someone that we do not think is MVP. It's kind of our job here to figure out why exactly this player is MVP according to the team. As a matter of fact, we were actually messing around after our game just recently, the GRF game. We were thinking, who should we set as MVP? Very interesting, I said let's send support. He did completely nothing for the entire game, pretty much AFK'd in lane, and he was like, "Oh hell no, I ain't doing that. Hell no." So it ends up being their choice after all. They did send someone. We've got Prince Vegeta in the chat. What?
Looks like Vegeta went back to his home planet.
Right. Or he went back. I don't know. I don't know what
they switched him out, I think. Okay. Anyway.
Okay. So the captain went in for the interview. Right. With that said, it's been a pleasure casting with you. I will be leaving at this moment.
Yeah, absolute pleasure talking to you. And thank you very much for joining us. I appreciate it, and I hope to see you soon.
Yep. See you.
See ya. We will be heading over to the interview in just a second. And wait, channel is full. Oh no. Okay, 1 second. Someone messed up. Hey, thank you very much. What's up, guys?
Hello.
What's up?
Pretty damn good game there, I want to say.
Thank you.
So I'm just gonna head on and start. How are you feeling after the cheese? Like, let's start from Champ Select, right? What were you thinking at Champ Select? Did you figure out where those lane assignments were gonna go?
I thought Sion would go support.
With Smite?
I didn't. No, just go support because I
Go
think
support, yeah.
Sion and Ziggs together are very strong.
Fair enough.
I think they would have made a much better impact. But obviously, it was a surprise to seeing double jungle, and I knew my life would be hard.
It looked pretty tough in the early game indeed. Like
Yes.
it looked very annoying. Eventually, it did kind of fall through. Like they couldn't sustain it eventually, but it did look very annoying to say the least. Um, uh,
Yeah, yeah, it was.
I want to ask at what point, because it felt like you looked a bit confused and a bit shocked, like a bit caught by surprise at the early game, but eventually it shifted, and I felt like you caught on and you figured out their game plan and adapted to it. When was that for you?
Eventually, I knew that I would not take my buffs or my camp, all of them. So that's why I started his red.
Yeah, you
So
did.
I got off. I got on from it from the get-go because obviously I said I'll do to them what they're going to do to me, and I ended up getting 2 buffs at the early stages still. So yeah, I was pretty much from the start knowing what they'll do and try to take advantage as much as I can from the little I had.
Yeah, and even like the early game looked a bit shaky, as I said, but eventually you just kind of snowballed it, especially finding some nice flash kicks up in the top lane, I want to say. And poor Cardona as well. You kicked him into the satchel. That was pretty funny, but a bit sad at the same time, poor guy.
And the mid lane, right?
Yeah, in the mid lane, he's just
Yeah,
waiting
he
for
was
your
waiting for
Q.
my Q to go off.
But yeah, like I'm not quite sure what else to say. Like, what did you think? Because Wi-Fi Mike, unfortunately, he started out pretty strong. I think it was 4-0 at the beginning, but eventually just got so starved for CS. Like, and I think you noticed, right? I want to say you noticed and you
Which one?
started bullying
The
him on the Z.
Oh yeah.
He fell
I
behind, and I feel like you noticed and started bullying him a little bit, or was it just coincidence?
I mean he didn't gain that much at all,
Hmm.
basically. And I know Zed is the fastest clear there is because once the mob is half HP, it disappears.
Yeah.
So I think he could have gained a bit more. Maybe he gets some extra gold, but I think to a point they couldn't take my jungle, and they were sharing their jungle, so
Hmm.
he couldn't get ahead as much as he wanted, of course.
Yeah, and as LeBombom pointed out, I think you picked up a lot of extra XP from the lanes as well, cause you were the one putting on that pressure. You were the one getting those ganks off, so you just naturally kind of out leveled them by quite a bit too. So that Zed unfortunately was not having too good of a game. Um, Pretty well played overall. Do you have any other thoughts you want to share?
No, no, it was a fun game as they promised, right?
Fun game for sure. Yeah, they promised content and they delivered content.
And I was gonna pick Timo, and I got scared.
We saw the
So,
hover. Yeah. Next time, pick it though. Next time, pick it. You know.
uh, I know how fucked he can get against things. So,
Oh, fair enough. Yeah. And even if you were getting double jungle as Teemo, I think it would have gone
oh
a
my
bit
god,
differently.
yeah,
So
I don't want to imagine that.
maybe good thing you didn't. Thank you very much for joining us. And
And shout out to Chaktion. He got out of prison finally.
he, what?
Yes, he
Is
was
this
in
something I should
prison,
know about?
and he was released to play this game today to sub in. And if we won, he would not go back. So eventually, he's not gonna go back.
Good for him then. Pretty high stakes on this one then. I didn't
Yeah,
realize.
yeah.
When's your next game actually, or do you have a next game?
Sunday we have against Kabocci and Cavalieri, I think.
Right. So I think I'll see you Sunday then. I think
Nice,
probably.
nice.
So yeah. Good luck on those and very well played for today. Thank you for
Thank you,
joining me as well.
thank you
And
for having me.
no problem. Thank you. I'll just be heading off then.
Bye.
See you. So that's the end of our stream, guys. That's all the games we had lined up for today. Thank you very much for everyone joining us, and very big thank you for everyone who was on the cast as well, and for the interviews, and thank you to all the players. Yeah, I hope to see you guys next time. I will be seeing you again on Sunday, I believe, but we do have some games lined up for tomorrow, so make sure to join us there as well. And that'll be me closing off. See you guys next time.